Today, Stampin' Up! Has released the new mini catalog. Yes, the September to December 2025 mini catalog. On the back, as I was telling you, their dates of release are on here. It is September 3rd, and this catalog will be live until January 5th, 2026, or while supplies last. So in this video, because I finally get to open the catalog, I would like to walk through every single page of the catalog. Let's take a closer look together. Maybe there's things that I didn't even notice the first time I looked at the catalog. We are also going to, as we go through the catalog, look at many of the papers. Now, some of these are online exclusives which were also released today, and some of these are in the catalog. So you're going to get to see every one of the papers in the catalog. You're going to get to see the two suites, or the two bundles. One's a suite, one's a bundle that I purchased. You're going to get a little sneak peek of a couple of the products that I've not opened on camera yet, including the Memories and More cards and some of these cards and envelopes. You'll get sneak peeks at those. Let's see. I'm going to open up a big pack of this when I get to it because this paper is so worth going through. And then I have a little die cutting that I want to play around with, like a little demo. All right, those are all the things going on today. So I'm excited to be here with you. And let's get started, right? No time like the present. Now, if you missed last night's video around the same time, you know I like to come on late on the East Coast time, you may have missed us making Hershey Nugget treats. So be sure to catch up on that video from yesterday. We made these start to finish using something that's already available now. Well, it's been available, and that is the Spooky Sweet, or let's see, Spooky Sweet Designer Series paper, and let's see, I've already got the name of it. It's called Spooky Halloween bundle. So that's what we're focusing on, and this is Daffodil Delight. Then we did one in Gorgeous Grape, and we used different papers. One of the papers is from last year's Halloween paper, and then this one is from this year's Halloween paper, and I even put one of the little guys on a wobble spring. So if you missed it, check that out. Now, I've also shown how to make these recently using the In Color Designer Series paper and using the Scan and Cut. So I've done that many times. So if you missed how to make nugget treats in general and you want to make these are great for craft fairs. Here's a Christmas style one. I've already given away all my In Color ones. They were given to my In Color Club members. Way back when, before the summer got really hot, I wanted to send those out. But I do make a ton of these for craft fairs. They are such great sellers. Now, the Halloween ones are not for craft fairs. They're for my husband's coworkers. All right, so back to this. If you'd like to order the catalog, I'll give you a QR code to order it. But you can just go to my store and then go to offerings, and there'll be a link to order it. But I'll give you a QR code in a little bit. So when you open it up, it's just going to say the table of contents here, and then a note from our CEO. And you will have, if you get on my mailing list, a PDF of the entire catalog. Please get on my mailing list by today, because tomorrow, or maybe in the middle of the night, who knows, I will send out a link to the PDF so you can download this catalog. That way you don't have to wait for it to come in the mail. Now every year, every catalog, we have a give back program. And this is the give back program, Love and Courage. It's the stamp set, meaning for each time you purchase this Love and Courage stamp set, then Stampin' Up! Will donate $3 to breast cancer organizations. And they use different ones around the world, depending on the market. Okay, so this is what you can do to help give back, and that's help our company give back. And then it talks about occasions to give over here on this page 5. I'm just going through these. Until I get to products, I'm going a little faster, and then I'll slow down when I get to the actual products. This layout here on page 6 and 7 is talking about our kits collection. We have a couple different ways to purchase kits. We have a kits collection, and every month, 2 new products come out in that collection. They're while supplies last. We also have scrapbooking kits that come out, and like some home decor and card making kits. So for example, last month, you may have noticed on our website that this autumn kit came out, and you can put together the paper flowers to make a wreath. That's really nice. This month, I noticed this truck one just last night. I ordered at 2 in the morning, East Coast time, which was midnight Mountain time, which is where our headquarters are. And I saw this catalog. I saw this truck. I forget the name of it, but it was a kit. It's a new kit that just came out. I'm assuming this one must come out next month with the Nutcrackers because it wouldn't be in here unless it's coming out during this period of offering. So there was another card kit, which was pretty cool. And I think it's going to be featured on World Card Making Day in October. And it holds a bunch of cards and you can make a little display. Now that's one kind of kit. The nice thing about the kits collection and scrapbooking kits is when you get them, you know exactly what you're getting. It's not a surprise. So if you don't like surprises, then that's a great way to buy kits. We also have a Paper Pumpkin subscription, and that is a surprise each month. And you can subscribe at my Stampin' Up! Store. It'll have a link to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. All right, this page here, page 8 and page 9 is talking about scrapbooking workshop kits. These means you get all the pieces to create these. Now, if you're like, I don't do scrapbooking and I just do card making, that doesn't stop me from ever buying the scrapbooking kits. Not that I don't like scrapbooking. I've made a lot of scrapbooks in my day. I've been crafting pretty much my whole life. But my sister, I mean, my cousin, she's like my sister. My cousin Bonnie is the scrapbooker of the family. And I send her all the pictures from Walgreens. Like I'll send them. I'll upload my pictures. She'll download them at her local Walgreens, and she will make me scrapbook pages. So I just love when she does that for me. It's such a labor of love. So lately, because she's been making so many scrapbooks for our family, I just haven't done it. But I do love it's just fun to get these scrapbooking kits with all the different pieces, designer series paper and stickers and all this. So these are just different kits. Here's this kit here. Scrapbooking workshop kits is called Keeping Traditions, and it's going to feature the paper, which I'll show you when we get to. It has this beautiful paper in it, Traditions of Christmas specialty paper. I'll show you when I get to the page it's on. But and here, it's even featured on the front of the catalog. But that's what this is showing. You get that paper, the two-tone cardstock, the stickers. So this is just extra stuff to make, if you want to get an extra pack of paper and an extra embellishments to go with it, that looks really nice. Another scrapbooking workshop kit is based on the Peaceful Garden. And I have that to show you. I mean, I'll open it up later, but Peaceful Garden is this paper, and it's 12 by 12. This is just cut down from my designer series paper share. But you could see how many layouts and you're always going to have extra little bits and pieces that you can use for other things. But these are really nice, the scrapbooking workshop. 2-page spread, another 2-page. So there's 3 2-page spreads here with examples. And of course, way more materials than that. Step-by-step instructions. It tells you what comes in these scrapbooking kits. So maybe you didn't know about the Peaceful Days scrapbooking kits because you're so used to just looking at our paper, but these are a nice offering. And then our catalog is based on, it's going to start out with the quick and easy options. That means ephemera, memories and more card packs, etc. All right, I will be asking you what you think about these different items. So let's just see what these are all about. This is called the Joyful Days Memories and More Card Pack. I was only able to get a couple of these at first. I've already ordered more. But these, because when you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order, but there's limits. They put limits on people like me who want to buy everything in the store. And I did end up sharing these with my card club this month because we do have a Christmas theme this month. And I've been sharing, I've been sharing at least I think a couple of each, or let's see. No, maybe one of each because I didn't have that many. But these look like the painted Christmas paper we had a while back. Merry Christmas. Now, when I saw this, I was like, they cut off the C. I don't know if they did that on purpose or it got cut in the thing, but what happened to the C, the whole C? I'm really into fonts, and I just noticed it. And other people might not notice it, but I'm just like, it just jumped out of me. But these you can put in little packets. See, like little protector sheets. So I do like that. And then here's the other side. You have some, looks like, these are nice to put little notes on. But then you also have the painted side and the gingham side. And then you have Joyful Days. So when it says memories and more, meaning you can use them for card making, using our memories and more cards and envelopes, or you can use them for memory keeping. This is beautiful. So these would make great card backgrounds, or just fussy cut it and just Do that. I would probably use, that's more my side, my style. Christmas cheer. See, look, they use the sentiment of that. And then you can use all these scraps for other things. Nice tree. I would add Wink Stella all over this tree to make it shine. I'd even maybe add a little star to the top. With the other side, no. Maybe this one I'd probably put a sentiment in there. In the middle, stamp a sentiment on there. I like the focal point. And another place to write notes. So that's just some of the cards. These are the small cards. It says it comes with 54 double-sided. So you had these, there were 6 of each of these small ones. And then the Joyful Days, larger ones. Let's see how many we get of those. 5. No, wait, you still get 6. 6 of each of the big ones. It's the most wonderful time of the year. So you have the little graph paper on the back. This looks nice for recipe cards. Passed in this family cookie recipes. I mean, it looks like, I don't know, smeared blood. I hate to say that. It just, maybe, sometimes I should just not say the first thing that comes to my mind. It's like, but anywho, that side, I'm not sure. It's because it's a cherry cobbler color. I like a good watercolor wash, but maybe the color's not so much. Okay, this one is cute with the forest background, and I like that background too. So those are nice. And everybody in my card club is going to get little, 6 of those, or not sure, however many. They're going to get 1 of each of those, and then it actually tells me how many designs. It'll say 54, 6 of each, and then 6 of each of each design. Yeah, so you're gonna get 1 of each design. Now this page is awesome. Amazing. I'm going to open up the cards to show you, but what I like in all our catalogs lately is that we have these card sketches. And there's even, this time there's even tag sketches, and there's even scrapbook layout sketches. I do these all the time myself. I mean, mine are rudimentary. You see me doing it all the time on my channel, just like drawing what goes in the, this is how you cut and score, and then then I'll say the face of the card is this much with some circles. So I do this too. And this is just nice to have these card sketches. Oh, look how many people are coming in to watch me. Now, let's see if I can see this with my glasses. I'm going to clean my glasses. All right. We have Christina here. Hey, I mailed your package. Yay for happy mail coming your way. Thank you for being a YouTube channel member. Hey, Cards by Chris, I mailed your package too. I mailed both your packages today. What are the chances? First 2 people in the group. Hello, Robbie. Nice to see you. And Tracy, you're always getting packages from me. I mailed yours earlier. And Lori, too. Hello, Lori from Ohio. You guys are my people. You guys all went to my auction last weekend, and I appreciate it. I'm getting ready for the next one soon. The nugget treats. I'm glad you like the nugget treats, Christina. Aren't they fun? They're so fun. I make them for every occasion, but especially Christmas, but Halloween's good because they won't melt, right? Carol Reed, nice to see you. I know you have another part of your last name with the S, but that's going to be too hard to pronounce with the tiny font here that I can barely make out all the letters. Hello, Phil. Nice to see you again. And Elaine, thank you for reminding everyone to like and share. And Caroline, thank you for being a YouTube channel member and for being here tonight. Melissa's here from Texas. All right, see what I'm talking about, guys? Like, look at this close up. Aren't these great for card sketching? Okay, let me keep on saying hi as I cut these open. I know you want to see product. Product. This isn't about just looking at the catalog. You want to see the actual product, what it looks like in real life. Okay, so these are the mix and match envelopes. They're called Christmas Greetings Mix and Match Specialty Cards and Envelopes. And everyone in my card club is getting 2 of them. So those of you that were in my Whatnot auction, you did get a little bit bonus because you got the card club early. But I could only send out 5 card clubs because I didn't have these yet. So like now I'm gonna send out 5 more card clubs because the rest of the card club is ready, and you're each gonna get 2 of these. So these are the envelopes, and then I'm waiting on the other set. So the other half of the card club won't get them yet, but I'm waiting on the other set of these. Now aren't these beautiful with the gold foiling in them? So these are the envelopes. I love these. And then these are the other envelopes, the crumb cake. So it says crumb cake and garden green. So those were garden green and those were crumb cake. And then here are the cards. And I like that you can even, if you don't want to use it as a card, like they're pretty good quality, a little better quality than the paper pumpkin in my opinion, a little bit better. But they're still like maybe not the quality. Maybe you're just like, I only like using Stampin' Up cardstock on your card bases. And that's fair enough because that's even better quality. But I would then cut this up and use it as two card fronts. It's up to you because, you know, these are your cards. But I like the foiling. I like how you can just decorate them. I better not be missing one. Okay, here's the last one. Oh, there it is. 5, 5. So you get 10. 10 cards, 10 envelopes. And all gold foiled. And now there is some new ephemera, and I didn't do it this year. I was going to do an ephemera share. I wasn't feeling it. So I did, instead of an ephemera share, because so much of the paper comes with ephemera, you're getting ephemera in your packets of paper. Instead of that, I said, you know what? I'm going to do an embellishment share. So you're still going to get all the paper that has ephemera in it, which we'll get and show you. But you're also going to get, you know, if you sign up for my paper share, you're going to get some little bling ephemera if you do that add-on. All right, so the reason I'm showing you this is because when I break this paper into 4, when I do a designer series paper share and I break this up into 4 parts, I didn't want to punch out all the ephemera. I just gave everybody a sheet. So some of you get this sheet and some of you get this sheet. So I'm showing you both sheets of ephemera. And now I will open up the package of paper and show you what the paper looks like. But just know that this paper is great for making, it says Christmas tags and more specialty paper. So it's great for making tags. And you can cut up the paper. Isn't that nice? Okay, wait, I don't need to even put that. Well, I'll flip it around. I'll flip it around because she'll show you both sides, okay? Isn't that nice paper? I like traditional papers. I like traditional Christmas colors. What can I say? Sometimes I'm like, what's up with these weird patterns and everything? But I'm liking it. Christmas tags and more. Now this piece, see, I already lost a piece of ephemera. Oh, well, put that right in there. Stick it back in the bag. Now this one doesn't have as many pieces as you normally get in a package of 6x6 because it's specialty paper. So it says 36 sheets. So if it didn't have all this ephemera, usually you get 48 sheets in a pack. You know, like going back to like the Thoughtful Journey or something like that. Some of our 6x6 paper. You would get 48, but this one has the 36. So this is going to go with this, okay? And this is in this month's card club. Now we're going to make cards in this month's card club using actual card bases. Let's see if I have any here. I mean, just to show you an example, like if you join my card club, you actually get, this is for the other paper, but you actually get the 4 card bases and the basic white inserts and the envelopes and all the things. Okay, but this is just like extras if you want to design with that, with your extra paper. So love that. Love this layout. Love these examples. All right, here's some more. Christmas. Oh, let me show you. Oh, if you want to do my designer series paper share, we'll stop for a little break and show you that. Okay, so I have a link. I have a whole thing about it, and you'll get it. You'll get this if you use the QR code. It talks about designer series paper share for the mini catalog will include 112 pieces. And when I say pieces, I'm talking about pieces I've already cut to 6x6. So you get 112 pieces. This is a piece, okay? And that includes samples from the mini holiday catalog and Stampin' Up! Online exclusive collections. And I've spent a long time preparing this and telling you how many pieces of each thing you'll get, including the specialty papers. And then if you want to get an embellishment sampler, I told you how many embellishments you'll get. I tried to divide them in 5, and if I had an extra row, I just did it by how many would get in like 2 rows of embellishments. So like, for example, this one evenly broke into 5 sections. But if it didn't, I just charged a little bit less and just got you like 2 rows of whatever embellishment. So that is what's going on, and that's the QR code. So you can sample everything I'm showing you. All right. You can always pause that and go back to it. Now let's go back to the catalog. A child is born. I like this for coloring. No faces and everything, but that you can just sort of color it in. I'd probably put little lines for eyes or something. But it's kind of leaving it up to the imaginations. Hey, Christina, your card club is on the way. I did shove it in your other box. So yay for a card club. Coming your way. Usually because you're in Georgia, I send it last because, not last, but later because I'm like, oh, she'll get this in a day or two. And then I send like my Alaska people, my Hawaii, or, whoever's really far away, Seattle or somewhere like California. And then I send the ones that are closer, like, because I can only do so many each day. But anyway, you got yours like first this time. Hello, Ginger Snap. You like the product just showing us? Okay, cool. And yay, Chris is happy for happy she's getting Cappy Milk. Karen Tharaldson, nice to see you again. I hope you got your package. And thank you for the thumbs up and thank you for being a channel supporter. And Rose, nice to see you again. So we got, oh, Paulette, you're not late. You were not late. We are always just here, just kibitzing. Anyway, nice thing there. Here's some examples. This catalog is fun because it's inspirational too. Seasonal tags, it's this one over here. Meaning not just about the stamp set, because this is like, you're like, oh, there's a bunch of blobs on the screen, but then you look at it and you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. When you start layering up these little blobs, I mean, look at that gorgeous flower. When you start layering up the pieces, right? Oh, you haven't got yours yet. Okay, but it's fun. You're going to get Secret C as requested. So that's a color that you're going to see a lot. Like it's in like here. It's just so much better than using the black ink, in my opinion. But isn't that pretty? Okay, over here, if you need more sentiments, and this is a good one for a lot of Christmas sentiments, and woodland scenery, and these are smaller than they would be in the stamp set, right? But they're just trying to put them on the catalog. Here shows how big they are on the card. These are pretty good focal points, pretty big. And they're showing how to use it with the cards I just showed you, or with the memories and more cards, or with the, let's see, that one would be with this card, I think. No, it wouldn't be that card. Huh, wonder what paper, is that the paper? Let's see if that was the paper I just showed you. Huh, yes, there it is. It's that paper, okay? That paper there, it's showing you how it looks with the tags and more paper. Oh, this is so nice. I love this. Now this box, if you use the QR code right here, which it's in your catalog, you don't have to go do it now, you're going to get to see the dimensions for making this little box. And we'll probably make one on my channel with different dimensions. We can put little pieces in it. So that'll be fun. We'll probably do that on my channel. All right, so let's show you. We just showed you okay, I'm showing you some product. Let's put this over here. This one is called Traditions of Christmas. And I showed you the embellishments, but we'll show you again. I just had them. Here they are. I'm obsessed with these. These are, pretty sure these are the ones that go with the suite. I love them because they're sparkly and they're flat. So they won't poke through your envelopes and things, and they're just really fun. All right, so that is a box that you want to make for your tags. And then here's the whole suite. It is a beautiful suite of foiled cardstock. I mean, not cardstock, foiled designer series paper. Now, when you get this paper, it's going to be 12 by 12. I'm just showing you it cut down for my paper share. And here, let me just show you both pages because I'm not moving the camera because you'll get dizzy. I'm moving just the pages. So first of all, if you want to join my Card on Blue Card Club, all my Card on Blue Card Club members that are active or even recently active, they get to vote on the stamp sets they want to use. And they voted for this one, Traditional Labels. Now, if you get the bundle, we're not going to use the dies because I don't make the card club dependent on the dies, just the stamp set. So you can actually use other stamp sets too. My point is, if you get the dies, that's awesome. But in this case, you're just going to need the stamps, the sentiments, and we'll be using other shapes that I already sent you in the card club. Like here's the shapes. Like here's a couple of the shapes. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you get all the pieces you need to make 8 cards. You're also getting this paper as well. So these are the 2 papers we're using for the month of September. And you have until the 10th to sign up for that card club kit. All right, so let's go back to this paper. I love that on one side it's foiled with gold. I love that it's colorful. And I love all the pretty flowers. And on the other side, it's great because it has a nice Christmas traditional colors as well. I think these are great for paper purses and boxes and things because when you fold it over, you're going to get to see the other side as well. But this is just stunning. So I pretty much am going to be using the foiled side for the most part. Okay, let me turn this one around. Oops. Yeah, like that. I don't think it matters. In fact, a lot of these, they don't really matter which way you face them, which makes it even better for 3D designs. And then we have Secret C. That side. That's the Secret C side. And I try to put the cardboard in between when you have a specialty paper. And then this one is smaller flowers. It tells you the colors too. Let's see. Well, usually it tells you well, it's on the package of paper. Here it is. Old olive. It tells you the colors. Cherry cobbler, old olive, pool party, real red, Secret C. But I'm wondering what this one is. I'm wondering if that's pretty in pink or if that's like petal pink. I mean, it looks like a little bit dark, a real pink. Meaning a real pink, like a proper pink. Or it could be like a hue of another color. But I like the pool party touches and the old olive in there. That's really nice. I bet these would cut out with the Scan and Cut, but we may have to use the pencil trick to fill in those gaps. Or you know what? You have a die, so you don't even need the Scan and Cut. Look, there's a die. I didn't get this part. I just got this part. Traditional Labels Bundle. This is a mega sweet. Christmas Greenery doesn't have the sentiments on it, but it does cut out the bundle. You can tell by the picture there. All right, so here we go. And I think I'm back to there should be 6 papers on each side. Am I back to the beginning? No, I'm back. This is the last 2 pages. And then I'm back to the beginning. Yeah, this is paper I'm obsessed with. I love. Last year it was Season of Green and Gold. And I was the season before too, I think. I used that thing. I used that foil paper for like everything, including my Scan and Cut retreat. I used it in my courses. I used it in my card clubs. And then it finally retired, and I bought a pack right before it retired, but I didn't get enough. So maybe this retreat will have to use some of this paper. If you guys have a preference, I haven't ordered retreat materials yet, but I always do a couple of the new papers in my retreat. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. And then we use vinyl too, because the retreat is all about home decor and stocking stuffers and Christmas stuff. I'm talking about a Scan and Cut retreat, by the way. So if you like that paper like me, you might want to use it. Okay, this is cool. Color it your way. This is just giving you technique ideas to use with the, here's the pencils. You can use a watercolor pencil with the blending brush. That's a really nice technique. You take the tip of the blending brush or blender pen. Sorry, not blending brush, blender pen. Okay, blender pen. These are blender pens. And you can dip them into the top of your watercolor markers. I mean, not markers. We stopped doing the markers. Watercolor pencils. Pretty cool. So that's a neat technique. They're showing you over here using the aqua painters. They're back in stock. Possibly a different brand, but I did see them on the catalog. So, on the website. So that's some watercoloring. So that's techniques pages. Now we're back to products. And that Mega Suite goes on and on and on. Remember I showed you there was a scrapbooking kit featuring this? And then the little information again, how to scan and make this box for tags. And then it talks about die cutting, tag making, gift giving. I mean, look at us. Look at all this. There's so much you can do with that suite, that Mega Suite. Cute little banners. There's heat embossing technique over here. Somebody's just using a journaling pen. I mean, this is a wonderful layout. And they do a lot of work. The concept artist, the graphic designers, and they do at Stampin' Up! And the photographers, they do a lot of work getting these pages laid out. And then how they keep it a secret for that long in advance, I don't know, because these probably have to go to print way far in advance. All right, so now we get to show you the paper that I brought out, the big pack of. Oh my goodness, I am obsessed with this because every time there's something whimsical, I'm like, you know what? Let's just feature this on my channel. So we're featuring it. We're featuring it for the Jolly Delivery Bingo. As I open that, if you want to sign up for the bingo, you have until September 10th to sign up for bingo. You have till October 10th to get the workshop kit for this because this is what I'm featuring in the month of October. Right now, I'm still in Halloween mode, so I don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves, right? I'm going to be making these kits all month. Some of you have already ordered your kit. And you're going to get an early bird special. You're going to get an early bird extra prize if you ordered your kit already for the Jolly Delivery kit for October. But for now, you should at least sign up for bingo because that's this month. So the bingo is going to be September 26th. That will kick off my Jolly Delivery, all my projects and everything. And then I'll do them through the month of October. Anyway, this is the paper. It is called North Pole Delivery. You have little cars with little animals driving the little mail trucks. Yeah, not cars, trucks. And you can use a blending brush on this side. Super cute. So it's a whole postage mailing theme. Love. Okay, here's another piece. And then you have the cute little animals. So this is, again, another specialty paper in that it's specialty because it has ephemera with it. You got dogs. You got cats with little antlers on. And then the other side of that paper. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. With the little envelopes. In fact, we'll use this for the box that we make, okay? And then we have this piece. This is what I made my sample box with. Just to play around with the new die. Another piece. And then here's the ephemera. One of the sheets of ephemera. Isn't that nice? So it's just you bunch it out. So you're going to get a sheet of that. And then when you get your kit, let me show you what I mean. When you get either your kit or your paper share, or your bingo kit or whatever. Bingo's going to have less ephemera in it, but if you get your paper share and you get a bunch of ephemera and you're like, I didn't see the brown bear. Well, maybe there's a brown bear right here. Well, actually, there is a brown bear. Okay, maybe you're like, but I don't get the yellow dog. Okay, not everyone's going to get the yellow dog, right? Because here's the yellow dog. There's 2 yellow dogs, but there's 4 people that are sharing a pack of paper. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to get a lot of ephemera, but not the same ephemera as everybody else. So when we make projects with ephemera, you're going to use whatever ephemera you have in your kit. But isn't that fun? And then you get these pieces. Oh my gosh. I love, love, love this paper. I think I want to put this in the Scan and Cut retreat, this paper, because we can actually also cut it out. Not just with dies, but you can cut out a lot of these critters with the Scan and Cut. Or maybe both. Maybe both. We'll see. There's a sheet of ephemera. So these are all punch-out papers. Or punch-out pieces. See what I mean? I don't know if you can see that with the light, but these are all laser cut. And then the last 2 pieces. With the little village. And so both sides are nice. I mean, even that side, like that's... You got the vintage-looking mailboxes. I was able to get a lot of this paper because I also bought... I bought the paper. I bought the suite. Okay, so we're putting this in the bingo. You're getting it in your workshop kit. And we'll probably also have it in the retreat because I like the paper. All right, but maybe not as much paper. So that's how you get it in your sample. All right, so that was bingo. Now, like I said, by October 10th, sign up for the workshop. That's all linked in the offerings that I'm offering. But you don't have to sign up for that yet unless you want the early bird. All right, so other things in this suite, before we talk about the dies, is these deer dots. And this is an example of the deer dots. I've already cut up the package that I had. You're in the Jolly Delivery workshop. You're getting 1/5 of the pack of deer dots, and then you're also getting some rhinestones and some. I forget what those are called. Holographic dots, I think they're called. Oh, here I wrote it here. Holographic resin dots. You're gonna get so much in this kit. This is the workshop kit, not the bingo kit. The workshop kit. You're getting so many ribbons and so many twine and so much. And sequins for the shaker. This is a full packed kit. And there's Christmas cheer in it too. And candy, Christmas candy even. All right. Oh, the fuzzy ribbon. Brought out the fuzzy ribbon to show you. I mean, like I said, I bought the whole suite. Now, I didn't do a ribbon share this time, but I did an embellishment share. But I did love a few of the ribbons I saw. So that was one of them. All right, so now for the bundle. This is the bundle. And I've been cutting out. I didn't color these yet, but I've been cutting them out to see. When I make a kit, I did color them. I didn't realize I colored them. When I make a kit, I always go see what kind of dies things will fit on. Yeah, like I haven't colored the mailbox yet, but there's a little kitty. These are for the projects we're making for the different. Oh no, I didn't color them all. Okay, but just to show you what they'll fit on. The different kinds of dies that these will fit on. They're not very big. I'm gonna make little stamps. So my kit's, I only cover, look, I colored its nose and that was it. What was that? Oh, it was to see if, yeah, because I wanted to put that in the kit. I didn't finish the project yet, but these are in the making. Oh, here's one I colored. From here to there. With the little doggy, with the cherry cobbler. Okay, yeah, so I was putting this together. So that's my experimental phase of when I'm making the kit. I'm like, okay, what kind of dies will these sentiments fit on? Because they look really small right there. But when you open it up, they're actually bigger, see, than the front of the package. So here's one. See? Hoping this Christmas is the most magical yet. This stamp is actually bigger than the package because they needed room for that. Okay, so I love all this. I hope you love it too. And now for the dies. Okay, these dies are called Jolly Delivery dies. I'm about to have a craft-a-lanch here. We're going to get some paper. All right. I wanted to take out a little piece of that paper. And we're going to show you how to use that die. Oh, let me find a piece that's a little different from... This is the one I made, but I didn't finish. I didn't adhere all the sides in. It's just such a cute little box. And it's so easy to make. But it's best to use paper that goes in the different directions, right? So it's easier. All right, not the trucks, not that piece, not that piece. Here it is. This is the piece I want. Okay, so they're going to be little animals on one side, and we'll use that on the other side. That's the piece we're going to use for the little box. All right, so anywho, it makes the little thing that opens and closes the box. Okay, so you can also glue the flaps on the side, which I should have done. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It doesn't really hold that much. I was trying to put, I brought out this whole bucket of candy. It's called an envelope box, by the way. So because it's so tiny in this month's kit, this workshop kit, next month's workshop kit, I am going to include the big envelope treat boxes that are, I'm pretty sure they're retired now. But luckily for you, Paper Chef hoards things for her people. So anyway, we're going to have a little envelope treat box so you can actually put a gift card in it. This one is really small. I mean, maybe hold it. I don't think it even holds a gift card. Let's see. No, not even. Unless you made it into a flat envelope, but that would defeat the purpose of making it 3D. So it holds treats, but it does pop. It was hard to get the treats to stay in there. I didn't think you needed to glue these, so I didn't glue it, but then I'm like, okay, you do need to glue it. So I'll show you the whole thing from start to finish. And then we'll make lots of these in October with different styles, and we'll, cardstock and different things. We'll stamp them. Maybe we'll use the baby wipe technique and other things before we die cut it. Okay, so there is a better box now. It's a better box because it's... So now when I put the Christmas candy in it, it won't just fall out the sides. Okay, let's put that Christmas, meaning my ginger chews. I bought red and green ones to kind of match with Christmas. And I got some mints. All right, so they're going to go like that. And the little class. Oh, yes, it stays together so much better now. Now that the sides are glued. All right, so the dies. Back to the dies. Okay, so this is Jolly Delivery dies. And you have your dies to cut out your little critters. You can make 4 little envelopes, your mailbox, etc., etc. Your bear. But these are the crux of what you need. So this is the envelope, and then you need one of these. 1, 2, 3. I like the star, which I just used. We'll use the circle this time. And then you could use a heart. These are the closures. And I need to cut that. This stuff is so strong. I wish Brother Scan and Cut would make adhesive this strong for their mats or something. This stuff is so strong that it rips. So when I first get my dies, after I account for them all, I usually put them on a magnetic sheet. But I have to get rid of this stuff or it starts ripping my cardboard away. All right, so that's it. So we need this, and then your sandwich for your die cutting machine is your normal, because you're using thin dies, you're going to use your base plate number 1, which is, you're always going to use that platform. And then you're going to use, because it's a thin die, you're going to use plate number 2. It's a thin die adapter. Put down plate number 3. Put down your paper, which we just picked out. I want this to be the paper for the envelope because I like how it goes in all the directions. This one isn't going to work as, I'm going to have that on the inside, but this is like, it goes in all the directions. So this is like the top. Let's see. The top is the opposite of the little clasp. Okay, so the top is the opposite of the clasp. So that's like, if for the inside, that would be, that's going to be like the top, and the clasp is going to go down there. But let's put it, I'm going to put like that side because that's the side I want to cut. All right, now for the clasp, there's these little notches, not nudges, little notches. And you want to take this little guy and you want to line it up to the little notches. So I actually think this is brilliant, a brilliant little design. And then you want to take a piece of washi tape because it won't stay by itself. Abracadabra. See, it doesn't stay by itself. You have to tape it on there. Okay, and that's it. And now, the magic. You're going to put the top plate on, which is another plate number 3. And you're going to roll it through. So you can make 4 out of each piece of DSP. And I think there's 10 pieces of DSP, so you can make 40 of these with just that paper. But then there's 2 pieces of ephemera. That's why there's only like 10 sheets of paper. Okay, we rolled it through. That's the only die cutting we're doing tonight. It's because I only brought a couple sets of things. But this one was, I had to show you because it's so cool. Okay, now this is going to be, I'm going to put that over there. All right, so now we're going to fold. Okay, I'm just going to fold in all the inside doesn't matter. It's going to be like the surprise, right? Oh, isn't that cute? You're going to be like, oh, I opened it up and there's little doggies in there. So just fold along all the score lines. They're already scored for you with the die. I'm just doing the inner ones first. And then the next ones. And then we're going to glue those little flaps, or your candy will fall right out. And you can put little messages in here too. Okay, but before we even glue, I just want to show you how cute that little closure is. Okay, so there is the little closure, and we're going to put it, we're going to fold along the score lines like so. And you can just go like that and then flap it open. Isn't that easy? Easy peasy. But when I did that, my candy fell out the sides. So you really need to glue your little flaps, or use like rolling adhesive like Seal Plus, which I haven't refilled mine. It ran out during one of my videos, and I've been using tear and tape ever since because it's empty. And I even have refills. Forgot to refill it. I'll refill it on one of my videos, I guess. But since these flaps are so small, it might be hard for the tear and tape to get in there. So, in my opinion, I love that it's tiny because we already have a different envelope box. My opinion is I wish we wouldn't have retired the envelope box, the envelope treat box, because it's the same kind of design, but just a lot bigger. And then we could have, they could have worked well together. But now we have this little tiny box. I understand the need for, the box to be small because it's 6x6 die and it needs to fit through the machine. You know, through the die cutting machine and everything. So it's cute that we can make this cute little box with that die. But it's just there's another box. We don't really have much packaging anymore. It seems to always keep retiring. Like the suitcase treat boxes, which I just bought another one, I think yesterday. They are on the last chance list. All right, so that's, oops, one already came undone. I should have held something there. You can use clothespins to make sure it dries. Give it a good squeeze. Okay. I brought different candies to see if they would fit. And I was like, So the Jolly Rancher, like, it kind of, you know what I mean? It didn't really fit unless you fold over the Jolly Rancher. So I was like, well, that's kind of like, so then I tried my candy canes. I even tried the mini Tic Tac, but even the mini Tic Tac was, and you'll get that in your kit and everything, but it's still kind of tall. It fits, but it's like, even that is kind of tall for this box. So, right? So, but it fits okay. But I think you're better off, in my opinion, with like the high chews, and you can get these. This is a Soda Pop one, you know, Cracker Barrel or somewhere where they sell old school candy, or maybe just any little, even CVS maybe. But these mints are perfect. Mints and Lifesaver mints, I mean, and little mini candy canes, they're perfect for this because they're nice and flat. And so are the ginger chews and high chews. Here, let's put one of these. I'm going to put one of these other Lifesavers in there. This is a butterscotch Lifesaver. They just work better because they're flat. Okay, so not as many treats as I'd like. It is an adorable little box, but to me, you know, it doesn't hold a whole lot. But that's okay because the die, we have the die that fits on a 6x6. Oh my goodness, I'm in love. I'm in love with the little box. And I would make that the top because that's the flap that comes down. Make that the bottom. And then I would just grab a little piece of, let's see, here, let's use some baker's twine, you know, or any kind of twine. I actually gave you the natural twine because I didn't have enough of this color twine in your thing. But this is Poppy Parade color. But this twine is real red. But so in your thing, I gave you some like neutral colors of twine. And then you can put a sentiment on there if you want, or inside, little message. It's just stinking cute. It looks like a little parcel, little Christmas parcel. I don't know how I got 3 loops on there. Oh, I did. It's 2 loops. Okay. I don't know which paper I like better. Like this paper. I kind of like the darker paper with all the little envelopes better than that paper. Actually, I don't need to tie that one up. We're getting carried away, but that's how the die works. All right, that was our little break, and we won't do that again because we only have 1 die. I mean, I don't have any more. I only have the bundle I haven't even played with yet, but that's cool. I love it. And you want to take your stuff and put it back in the envelope so you don't lose your dies. So what you want to do is poke that out. You know, the extra paper between each cut. So poke out the extra little paper with take your pick tool. All right, who's getting this? Who wasn't getting it and now you're getting it, or who already has it? Or are you like, I don't know, too small, too big? I mean, is it like, what do you guys think about it? Hello, Rosemary, nice to see you. Oh, Karen's like, you're too late for me. I'm going to bed. Karen's like, I'm out of here. The turtle DSP treats. Oh, yeah, perfect for party favors. You can make these with other, like, papers. Yep, good point. Yeah, I tried to fit other things in it. I had all these high hopes. I brought a whole box of candy thinking I was going to get, like, 10 things in there. And then I was like, I cut it, and I'm like, oh, here, you can see the side. It's not very tall. Here, let's see. Half inch high. You know when my mini Tic Tacs are too tall, right? that it's like, that it's too tall. Anyway, so this is the North Pole Delivery suite of products, and with the fuzzy ribbon, the deer dots, the bundle, and the DSP. And here's some examples of this suite. And some cards that you can make with it, and how the ephemera just goes together. And look at these little animals with their little... So you can make tags, and I like how they took... This one's a good project we could do for our class, for our workshop. You mask off the piece, and then you stamp onto the envelope flap. So that's a good little project we could do. And I like how they put the little tiny tags. And from me to you, and they put the special delivery and all that on the little... tiny tags that they got from the paper. Okay, so that's really cute. Customize your envelope boxes with 3 different latch types. All right, so now we're on to this suite. We moved on. You could tell what I spend more time on is what I'm obsessed with. Now we're going to do this one, which is the Peaceful Garden. The Peaceful Garden suite is also a mega suite, and not mega, but it has a lot of extra products. It's a suite, but it also has, not a mega suite, but it has the scrapbooking kit with it. Peace on Earth. This is the one that you voted for the traditional labels, but I gave you a choice to vote for Peace on Earth, but that's what the card club voted on the other. And I was expecting to be using this blue paper, but maybe we'll use it another month. But isn't that cute with the doves? And not just cute, but elegant. I love papers with all these blues. And you would think my card on blue, since we make blue cards every month, we'll use this paper. So we really need to use it. But it actually is, what's nice about the paper is it's just a good winter paper. It doesn't have to be Christmassy, but it's nice for winter in general. And these other sides you can use for like anything. Some of these other sides. So I like the back sides. You know, we've got this would be like the A side, and then you call this one the B side. Yeah, I like the flowers and the stars and the petals. And also part of this suite is these flowers. Okay, are they, and they call them flowers, or yeah, hues of blue flowers. Aren't they nice? Because they're really shiny, and they're like maybe acrylic of some kind of plastic, and then they have this nice color color coordination with that. All right, so that's that. And then also part of the suite is this beautiful paper, glimmer paper. So that's right here. So this is all the suite collection. You have, let's see, Peaceful Garden glimmer paper. And it says Misty Moonlight, Cloud Cover, and Secret Sea. So that's Secret Sea. Is that supposed to be Misty Moonlight and Cloud Cover? Well, kind of. That's close enough, right? Close enough. All right, that's cool. Love this. And this is just another bag from the paper share. I did not get the bundle. I would have got it if the group voted for it, but I didn't. They didn't vote for it, so I didn't get it. But I did get the one that you guys voted for, so to make your samples. I like this tearing tape, tearing technique is what I'm trying to say. I like this tearing technique where you take the two-tone cardstock or double-sided cardstock and you rip it and get the white to the white inner core. It's really nice. More examples. All right, so the next suite is called Lights of Aurora Suite. And this suite has this beautiful paper. And at first I was like, what's up with the paper? But then my friend pointed out about the chalk painting. So let me show you that right away. Oops, where'd it go? Where was the chalk? I thought that was, maybe it was up here. Maybe it was back here. Or is it in the very back? Do you guys remember where the person painting with the chalk? I don't know where. Here it is. Here it is. Right in the next page. Look at that. This is the graphic artist that Stampin' Up painting this paper with chalk. And then they photographed the paper. So I just thought that makes it really cool, like this paper. At first I was like, what's up with it? You know, kind of looks like the Northern Lights. But now knowing that it's chalk paper, that's a really cool technique. And this one could be good for like mystical, magical things with that. And you have not just blues, but the berry burst is in there. And the grape, gorgeous grape. And you got your balmy blue and your azure afternoon. And some pool party. And black, but you also have your berry burst and your gorgeous grape. So purples and blues. I don't know what the point of this piece is. It's just black. I mean, that's a missed opportunity. They should have done something on that side with a little bit of texture, but this is cool. Like, you know what I mean by texture, like something there. All right, so that's the Lights of Aurora paper. And the Lights of Aurora suite. I didn't get the suite. I do like the paper now, and it's kind of, well, it's also kind of cool for like this, the color combination I like. But there is a whole suite. I just have to pace myself of what I can get, you know, because I try to focus on a couple things each season that I'm really going to delve deep into. And so I can't buy everything like I used to, buy everything and just not get to it and then we retire. Now I'm just getting things I really like and that I can feature and focus. Hello, Hilda. Nice to see you again. So there's the other, what is that the other part of this? Let's see. Yes. So this is what you can do with these dies. This is just other examples of like other color schemes that you can do with those dies. Okay. Versatile Vistas, it's that pages. All right, now let's talk about some autumn things. Autumn toile. I don't even know why it's pronounced like that, but that's what my friend told me. Okay, now let's go and look at the autumn paper. Now, not this paper yet. This is the online exclusive paper. This paper here is the paper from the catalog. So this is the autumn. We have autumn in the catalog, but we also have autumn featured in the online exclusives. Hey, Kathy Bendel, nice to see you again. So I put this at the back because it's my favorite piece of the paper with all the pumpkins and everything. But some of the paper is like a little plain for my liking. But that piece is great. Now, the nice thing is, because I like that piece, you get 3 of them. So you see how they're double-sided, but you get 3 of each. So this doesn't have as many patterns. You're still going to get 12 in your paper share, right? But it's just not as many patterns. That's kind of cute. Yay, 2 kinds of autumn paper. Caroline Babcock, nice to see you. Again, I saw you earlier. Okay, this is 2 kinds of paper. So like this one, and then I'll show you, at the end of this, I'll show you the online exclusive paper. Because this is, to me, my online exclusive paper for fall is better than the catalog paper for fall. So look at that, Mossy Meadow. But you can really get in there and, with your blending brushes and do some fun stuff with this, I think. And then you got your little foxes with the Cajun craze. That one I wouldn't color anymore with any other colors because it looks perfect the way it is with the Cajun craze. And it's almost like, spot the fox. Where's the fox? Because it's like real camouflaged in there, right? Very nice. So I guess that'll have to grow on me compared, because I really like the other paper better from the online exclusive. So you're going to get some of these dots if you do the embellishment share. Let's see, there's the paper. And here is One Sheet Wonder. We can do something similar in the channel where we just take a piece of paper and you make 6 cards out of one sheet of DSP. Of course, I will not be doing it with this particular DSP, but I like the idea of making 6 cards out of one sheet of DSP. And the measurements are given to us and everything, and I'll give those to you. All right, there is a nice 3D little shadow box. So some nice home decor pieces here, you know, for gift giving. All made from this suite of stamping and products. And then we have back here, we have our Keeping Traditions. Again, this is showing you that workshop for the scrapbooking like I told you about. Well, it's not the same as the scrapbooking workshop. This is a little different. So earlier when we first opened this, I said, look, you can do here, Keeping Traditions workshop kit. That was $36. But back here, I think this is what I ordered in pre-order, is I just ordered this one. The specialty paper and the stickers. I think I showed you in the unboxing the stickers. Although I'll probably end up giving the stickers away. I really was just trying to get an extra pack of paper. Honest to God. They give you these limits and they're like 2 per person. And I'm like, I need more. So then, like, how can you get more? You either have to get the whole suite or you can get these packets with the stickers in them. So that's how I got some extra paper, because I was putting it in my kits and I needed it. I did order some last night too as well. So then Peaceful Days also has a scrapbooking, not just a workshop like I showed you back there in the catalog. Go back if you missed it. But they have some 2-tone cardstock, some sticker sheet, and a stamp set. This one has a stamp set too that goes, this is more of a scrapbooking stamp set versus the one that goes with the suite. This is a scrapbooking stamp set, but you can use it for anything. I mean, that might make a cute little card club stamp set, really. My happy places whenever I'm with you. I mean, it's just cute. Cute stuff. Stickers, nice. Okay, so that's that paper. And then you're going to love the stamp with the punch. You're going to love this one. A couple years ago, I had a squirrel stamp, too, that we did a lot with. This says Fluffy Squirrel, and it says, go nuts, it's your birthday. May you gather happiness. Can't wait to see you again. I mean, the cutest thing is the punch. So you can just punch. You can use the two-tone stamping. So you have your stamp, and then you have your I guess your accent or your detail. Okay, so you have your background, and then you have your your detail that goes over it. Two-step stamping. I don't know why I was calling it two-tone stamping. Two-step stamping. You guys know what I mean. Fluffy Squirrel Builder Punch. So especially if you don't have dies, you can get the Squirrel Builder Punch. This is really nice. I want to get these dies just to have the dies. This is one of those where I probably won't get the stamp set or like give away the stamp set. Or else you know what you could do is use this with the Kintsugi Inspirations. I think this would look really well with that because it looks like branches and cracks like in the one from our annual catalog. Sometimes I say things and you guys don't know what I'm referencing, but do go check out the annual catalog, which has been out for a while, and since May, and that might see what I mean. But I really like these stitched branching out dies. Okay, words for the season. These are showing which ones, like this one, and this one, showing you which ones that you can cut out with the die there, and lots of dies to cut out the different words, and of course use an adhesive sheet when you cut out stuff like that because of the detail. Okay, next page, we're on 52. We're on page 52. We're almost at the end of this, right? We're almost at the table of contents, or the index, I should say. Snowy Days bundle. We always have some snowflakes in our catalog, which is great. And this one is great for a couple reasons. We have our stamp set, and then we have our dies, and then we have our stencils. So when you use our decorative masks, they're called. And you can use these to color in the stamps and give them accents, and that's really fun. And if I'm motivated enough, we could maybe do that in November or something. But I think if I was going to do a different one in November, it'd probably be this one here because I'm obsessed. I love this, love this, love this. I just didn't get it yet. I'm pacing myself. Look at the Ginger Man bundle. I mean, so cute. So our gingerbread man bundle. So you got the cutest little gingerbread man, and then you could put the little frosting on him for the white parts there. You could stamp them in the white craft ink and heat set that. You got Seasons Eatings, Baking Spirits Bright, Sugar and Spice, and everything nice, and Oh Snap. And look at it, Oh Snap, and you can, there's like one with the little, here he is. You ate a piece of the cookie. So you cut off a little piece. So cute. And then you have this little card die, and it makes the gingerbread card. So it folds in half. And I think those would be great for craft fairs as well. So I really like that set. Maybe I would feature that in November. I don't know. Would anybody take that workshop if I did it? I mean, you're all here watching, but would you get the kit? That's the fun part. I'd put a bunch of browns in there. I know. Isn't the gingerbread set adorable, Caroline? I'm obsessed. Yeah, so Rosemary's like, I'm not a scrapbooker, but love making cards and playing with paper. Same. Rose Garbelli's loving the autumn paper too, and so is Caroline. And well, you guys are loving the autumn paper more than me. So anyway, these dots will be in your embellishment share. Here's another little stamp set down here called Gift of Joy, which looks like it's a kind of a watercolor look to it. These are pretty nice. You got the sweaters and socks, and this is reversible stamps. We've always seemed to feature reversible stamps in each of the catalogs. So you could do the solid part on one side and then turn it over for the detail, which is cool. I like when we do that. So you could do mittens, socks, and hats. And then you can make little tags. Look at these tags. I didn't get this yet, but I was planning on it. I really like it. Pattern tags dies. See, you can like layer up your tags. So that's nice. And then this is a nice die. It's a hybrid words clash. So you can, if you have a brayer, and you could just color over with ink, and then you run the embossing folder through, and you cut out all the pieces, and it can look like this. This one's not even, they didn't even ink this one up. This one they inked up. Happy Christmas here. Fa la la la, wonder, happy Christmas magic. This one they inked up. This one they didn't even ink up. They just used foil, and you can read all the sentiments. So that's pretty nice. It's pretty classy. So that's a nice folder, but I didn't get that either. All right, this one I already have, and it's giving you something else to go with it. So this one is Joyful Tidings. Again, bigger than it probably looks like on here. Nice samples, and I really like this ribbon. And this one is called Magic and Hope, and it's telling us that it coordinates with the paper tags dies. So I already have these dies from the other catalog. This would be the annual catalog or maybe the online. I don't remember if it's an online exclusive, but I have this because I got it to make the little bobbins to hold my things that I give out. But I also just like it for tags. And this is saying that this coordinates with that. See, it makes nice little edges for your tags. It's really great for heat embossing. Oh, actually, there is a heat embossing example right there. Okay, here's a $1 million stamp set, meaning Sharon Armstrong, $1 million sales achiever, meaning she's a demonstrator that's achieved this high level of sales. She gets to help design a stamp set. And this is what she designed. Happy, and you can see the pattern through it. And then it says happy, let's see, retirement, or happy birthday, happy place, right? So you could use the big word happy. And then you can have other, hey y'all, you have other different little sentiments. So that's pretty nice. I didn't get it again, but I just think it's nice. I just don't know if it's going to be like something I would use. Petal arrangements. No, not at all. Not doing a thing for me. But you guys know how I feel about some flowers. Like the flowers I like, you know, the ones on here, the little ones like that. And I love like, you know, these because it's like the paper's foiled, but this one doesn't do much for me. It looks like too much work to color, but it's still cute. Buildable blooms, or no, petal arrangements, it says. Buildable blooms, it's talking about making these backgrounds. All right, and that's it. So gathering is easy. It talks about, you know, contacting your demonstrator. Okay, it's talking about our Stampin' rewards. Do you know that when you shop with me, you get 10% rewards, and you use them on your next order? So I have rewards burning a hole in my pocket. Hello, Laura Ann. Nice to see you again. And then you have an index. So that's the index of their products. So you might be saying, but Paper Chef, and here's the Paper Pumpkin subscription we have. You might be saying, Paper Chef, but you showed me all these other papers. And what happened about these other papers? So let's show you the other papers that are in the Designer Series Paper Share, but that I haven't already shown you in this walkthrough. And that they are because the reason I haven't shown you is because they're online exclusives. So we will take the ones that weren't in the catalog. And if you're not excited about the catalog, you'll surely be excited about the online exclusive paper. Or there's something wrong because some of this paper I think is better than the other paper. This is like snowflakes made of pine needles. Elegant pine snowflakes. Look at this painting and speckling and drawing, and it's just so nice. Look at these pages. I love this. We can use this for all kinds of things. It's traditional Christmas colors, but it's pine and it's snowflakes and the beautiful designs. Not foiled. This is just regular paper with beautiful patterns. And you're going to get a little bit of this, maybe just 6 sheets or so, in your Jolly Delivery Workshop. I would have put more of different kinds of paper, but I didn't have a lot of paper to start making my kits. And I didn't want people to wait, so we're just going to go with what we have. And I went with the variety instead of the way I normally do it. I just went with a different variety of your package. But isn't that beautiful paper? Love. And that one looks a lot like the other sheet we saw. We go back to that page. Elegant pine snowflakes. I'm trying to save. Each time I buy a bag, it costs money, so I'm trying to. I don't want to pass the cost on to my customers, so I sometimes put 2 papers in each bag. Here's another one that you probably didn't know about because it wasn't in the catalog. And if I sent you a catalog, you might not know about this because it just was released today and you didn't get to see it. It's an online exclusive. It's called Modern Christmas, and it's just black, white, and gold. That's it. Simple, but foiled and beautiful. You have your stars. This is great for the manger scenes and things and just night skies or even New Year's. You got your black and white trees. Fa la 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 la. Some gigantic berries. You love this, Hilda? Do you love this one? You mean the black and white one? To me, my favorite page is coming up. It's the full gold page. Got gold stripes. This one looks a lot like Zany Zoo. Little cute little patterns in Zany Zoo. Some foiling there. Some whimsical patterns. And this piece is so awesome. Look how nice that foiling is. Okay, so there should be 6 on each side. So we need 2 more. I've got 2 more pages to show. 1, and that's the back of it. We're back to the beginning. Like I said, I was trying to put cardboard in between. Okay, let's see. Did I show you the specialty papers yet? We have one of these might have been in the other one, but this one is, these are 3 specialty papers. Silent Snowfall, that's this. Silent Snowfall is embossed paper. So in your paper share, you're going to get 2 sheets of that. Here, I'll put that QR code there again. If you just got here and you want to order the paper share, do that by September 10th. Because after that, poke a fork in me, I'm done. I'm done doing paper shares for a while until January, until the next one. And then this. Here, I have to look at Earth and Tones Metallic. This is part of that autumn suite. Hey, there's me. Hello. I'm in the mirror. Okay, wait, put that like that. And then this one is really nice. It's the velvet. But it's paper. It's velvet, but it's also paper, so it's easy to die cut. Now, I was telling you guys when I took it out that it gets lint all over it, though. And transport tape works really well to get that lint off. And no matter when I take it out, all this stuff just starts sticking to the red piece. Anywho, that's the red piece, and then we have the white piece and a green piece. So that is velvet, great for die cutting with the flocking. I love the word flock. I mean, not just flock of geese, but I mean, flock of sheep or something. It's cool. It's a cool word for paper, on paper. Silent Snowfall, Earth and Tones Metallic, and velvet. I know there's more, but wait, there's more. Let's see. Okay, North Pole, we already talked about North Pole delivery. Oh, this one. That one, and then the North Pole. The North Pole delivery I already showed you in the big, so that's another one that's in your paper share, but we already talked about that one with the big paper. This one, I think this paper, in my opinion, you guys tell me what you think, and I want to know what your favorite paper is. Here's the whole list. Here's the DSP share, and here's the list. Which one of these is your favorite paper? All right, you might get to see it better when I go like that. I'm going to put that over there, put that over there. This is the Gathering Together Designer Series paper. Oh my goodness. This is the online exclusive paper for fall, and it has more patterns than the one in the catalog. And it has the gold foiling throughout it. So to me, that's like something that I get attracted to even more because of that foiling. It's so pretty. And I know who doesn't love seeing new patterns for fall as the weather gets colder. Got lots of Cajun craze going on this season. Lots of that color everywhere in this papers. Okay, now we're back to the autumn. Okay, so the pumpkin piece was the one showing before. So now how come it's not showing? I must have put it back in backwards. Like, I like to show, okay, here, like that. That's the one side and that's the other side. I like that side to show. So they're the autumn papers. Out of everything you saw, online exclusives and the ones from the catalog, and you could just abbreviate it or use initials. Which one's your favorite DSP that you saw tonight? Rosemary's saying she loves that paper too, right? I do too. Gathering Together, it's called. Oh, Caroline's loving it. Okay. Is that an artichoke flower? Is that an artichoke flower? Oh, boy. Let's see. Is that an artichoke flower? Okay. First of all, do I know what an artichoke flower is? No, but let's see. Are you talking about back here? I mean, that did look like an artichoke, didn't it? It didn't even look like a flower to me, but it looks kind of weird. But it is what it is. Somebody's going to like it. Somebody voted on it. They sent out polls, you guys. They actually send out surveys and ask people. And I'm always saying no to all the flowers. I want all the whimsical. But then other people must outvote me because every time we get lots and lots of flowers. But I always love like snowflakes and penguins and bears and things like that. So that was way back when. I think it was way back when. Okay. Is that what you're talking about? Petal arrangements. It does look like an artichoke flower. Okay, here, thistle. Okay, you guys know more about plants than me. Okay, Laura Ann is saying it looks like a thistle. Okay, Melissa's saying her favorite paper is Modern Christmas. Wow, I'm surprised how many people are saying that. Hilda's saying she also loves Modern Christmas. Caroline's saying, okay, so that's my favorite too with the bundle is North Pole Delivery. That's my favorite, like as far as the sweets go, but yeah. Specialty papers and foil papers, Laura feels the way I do. Oh, you guys, some of you say everything. All right, this one here. Oh my goodness, you guys. I haven't played with it yet, but this is voted on for the next month's card club. So we're going to have some big sentiments too. I mean, big shapes to put these in. But then we also have, you can also get the dies. It's a bundle. So this is, if you haven't seen it in the catalog, it's because it's in the, what would it be in the online exclusives. So what I like about this is we can make tags. So I will cut some of these out and put them in your kit. Okay. So that'll be like bonus. We're going to make cards. We're going to make tags. But isn't that cute? And so you can cut out the little critters too. I just love it. Festive friends. And that'll be like some fun coloring. Oops, I don't need to put those in there. I think that had more votes, but I have to double check the votes. But either way, I was getting that one anyway. All right, we will end with, if you want to order this catalog. If you like what you saw, thank you for walking through the catalog with me today. And if you like what you saw, go ahead and order a catalog. And then I will mail it to you. If you ordered one and you haven't got it yet, it's because Stamps.com, the place I use for sending out the catalogs, told me some of the addresses that you typed in the form were invalid. I've tried to write to you individually. Some people are not answering my email, so make sure that I'm not in junk mail. The Paper Chef emails are not in junk mail because I might be trying to write to you. If you didn't get your catalog, you write to me maybe, or fill out the form again. Maybe you just did something. Maybe you typed something that was just not valid in the field. So it just wasn't letting me address it. Or I got some sent back to me because it's undeliverable. Oh, I know. Don't you too? Rose loved the festive friends. Wow, another one for the modern. Another vote for Linda for the modern. Right? Another modern Christmas. I'm surprised how many people say this is their favorite. Now, it's probably my third or fourth favorite, but it is really nice. Well, I appreciate you all watching. This month, we will continue with our Halloween workshop series. We will continue. We will start on our new, probably by the end of the month, we're going to start making some more projects with, the Jolly Delivery as I get ready for the bingo later in the month. And we will play around with some new products as I get them. Okay, well, so that's all for now. Oh, wow, we got some more votes. I know, right? So what you do is if you guys want to sell, so I have a, speaking of how I fund all this operation, right? Yes, you need to order a catalog. Carolyn, you didn't get your catalog? I sent you one, Caroline, from Stampin' Up directly. If you didn't, did you not get it? If you're in the card club, you don't need to order it. You just need to tell me and I'll put it in with the card club, but it's still good to use this form. And if you want another one with your card club, just give me, fill out the form. But I thought I sent it from Stampin' Up, like directly yours, because you're on my regular customer list from Stampin' Up. Okay, but anyway, to fund this operation, I just went on and like yesterday I sold something on Facebook Marketplace, right? And then every Friday I sell stuff in my auction. So I've been making enough money to fund this operation. So if you want to buy more craft supplies, here, we don't want 2 QR codes there at the same time. This is my Whatnot auction, right? So you could go to my auction. Let me zoom in. And you can buy craft supplies. But if you want to be a seller, I have a link to be a seller. And I've already mentored a few people through the process of being a seller. I was watching one of my team members on her sale today. It was her 3rd time going live. Some of my friends here that I met on YouTube have gone live. And basically, you could just sell stuff and then make yourself $100, $200 a day selling stuff. And then you sell it live. And then what you do is when you're done selling it, you can make the money will come to you. It takes a little while because the people have to get the Like if I sold this, which I can't sell, just for an example, if this was retired designer series paper and I sold it, it'd have to get to the person's delivery to their house. And after it gets to their house and the mail confirmation says delivered, then I would get the money in my account. So if you want money to buy more craft supplies, sell your old craft supplies. Because it's so much fun getting new craft supplies. Trust me, it's very fun. And I just sold stuff on Facebook Marketplace, and I call it reinvesting. Just reinvested. So that's on Fridays at 3 is when I have my sales. I'm already getting ready with I was just getting ready today. Like, there's paper that I'm like, why do I have this? Like, seriously, why do I have this? Peony Garden. This is petal pink, and there's like gray granite in there. And I'm like, seriously, like this needs to go in my sale to go to a good home. But like I have a bunch of stuff like that. But I'm also have cute paper that I just no longer use that I'm going to be putting in the auction. So anyway, come to that. And not only to like come to my sale, but you can go to learn how I do it so you can then sell your stuff, make a couple $100, and then you'll have money to buy new craft supplies. So instead of getting a job, you might need to just sell some of your old craft supplies. Oh, you haven't checked your box yet? Let me know, Caroline, tomorrow if you get it. Because it would have been whatever was in the mailing address. So there's a mailing address and then there's a package address, right? So whatever Stampin' Up! Had for you as the mailing address, it might have been a P.O. box. That's probably why. Like I just did it all by the computer. Like whatever it said, I just checked off my customers and paid the money and got them sent catalogs. But yeah, send you another one if I need to. All right. That's all for now. This is the Papered Chef. Have a great evening. We'll see you again on YouTube real soon.